I ended the last vlog a little bit prematurely. We were up in the clouds and we were tired from a long day of hiking. And while there were some cool views of clouds like this, for the most part, we were hemmed in. Then, just after sunset, a peak started to poke out high above the others. Manaslu Mountain, the 8th tallest in the world. We're among giants now. What's going on, guys? We are in Timang, Nepal, and we're surrounded by some... Sorry. What's going on, guys? We're in Timang, Nepal, and we're surrounded by some pretty epic peaks. Last night at sunset, we were looking at all of these hills, these mountains around us, going, wow, they are so big. And then out of nowhere, we saw like a peak way above it all sticking out of the clouds. And we're like, no, those aren't mountains. That's a mountain. And we found out that this is the 8th tallest mountain in the world. It is 8,200 meters, and to put that in perspective, Mount Robson is the tallest mountain in the Canadian Rockies. It's just under 4,100 meters, so it's essentially like stacking 2 Mount Robsons on top of each other, which is crazy. Last night at sunset, we got some pretty good light and some decent photos. This morning, some so-so light, but it's just really, really humbling even to be surrounded by this. It's just insane. So yeah, day 4 of the Annapurna trek starts now. Greg, how you feeling this morning?
Feel good, man. Pretty good. We did the last 2 days almost 50 kilometers of hiking. Today's another 15 with what, 700 meter vertical gain?
How much crying do you think you're gonna do today?
Not a lot. I'm waiting till we get to the pass. I think I'll be all right. Let's go.
Nice catch.
Thanks.
In Nepal, all the porters and guides have a saying for tourists: doll butt power, 24 hours. But I have my own saying: apple pancake power, more or less 2 hours. Because every day on the trek I had apple pancakes for breakfast and then went crazy for a couple of hours. Yeah, I lay down and died, oh no, not I. I will survive. Good morning. Namaste. Here's our porters packing all our stuff. Does your hat say, oh my God, their stuff is so heavy? Thank you, guys. I should also mention that I didn't sleep last night. I've always struggled sleeping at altitude, and tonight will be the first night of 5 in a row where I don't get any sleep at all. Once again, I'm gonna swing 2 days into one vlog. The first half of today's journey is from here in Timang to Dikor Pokuri. It's meant to be a fairly easy wander. It's colder up here. We're above the jungle, above the low-hanging clouds and into the alpine region. We're in the shadows of giants. But while we're no longer losing sweat by the bottles in the heat of the jungle, we're now losing oxygen with each step we take. Altitude is the ultimate equalizer. And by the end of this video, altitude will turn my morning crazy to a worn down wreck. But for now, we're on a high, immersed in the views and the people we meet along the way. Watch out, goats! They're not goats, they're mules, but we've hiked 6 kilometers today, and it's by far been the easiest day so far. Like, we're just cruising. And it's been a fun day too so far. I don't think I've filmed much, but we just came across the stand where they're selling dry bread, and there's maybe the cutest girl in the history of girls ever here. So far in Nepal, it's been a little bit difficult actually to photograph the people. They're fairly shy. So it was nice to get some people in the photo there. And now we're gonna keep hiking. 10 more K to go today and only like 300 meters altitude gain. So should be easy the rest of the day. Knock on wood. From a photography perspective, I've taken more photographs per day here than anywhere I've been recently. Everything seems to intrigue my eye. It's day 4 trekking and I've snapped nearly 200 images already. More good news this morning. We have a dog now. I call him Greg. Greg bravely guided us up the road to the town of Timang, which is the regional capital. It's the last stop to pick up non-overpriced Snickers bars. And I'd be lying if I said that Snicker bars aren't becoming a part of our diet here in Nepal. But they are. Most of us are on a 2-a-day program. After Chame, it was back across epic suspension bridges and along roads that'll make you clench cheeks. Almost made it to lunch. Lunch is almost 3,000 meters, and we're seeing an amazing view of Annapurna 2 starting to peak up above the valley. It's just phenomenal here. I've said it before, it's just way outdone my expectations. The mountains are like, yeah, they just put anything else I've ever seen to shame in terms of size.
All right, no intro, let's just go.
Whoa, babe, I must confess.
Yeah.
You've been running circles in.
We've come to a part of the trek where it gets kind of gnarly for the Jeeps, and there are Jeeps and trucks that can do this and do this all the way to Manang. And it looks like somebody had a pretty bad day. Because there's a, well, not today, but at some point, somebody went in the river because there's a Jeep right in the middle of the river here. Absolutely terrifying to drive. Definitely glad we're walking. About 5 episodes from now, remind me I said that. These roads are terrifying. And in about a week's time, we'll be on a bus hovering over cliffs 10 times this height, shrieking like Bieber fans.
'Cause when you walk in the room, you shine. Oh, it don't make sense, do it? No, I don't believe it's true. I don't believe I get you. Whoa! Oh, you the feature, babe. You got me speechless for a lifetime.
Yeah.
I can't believe this, babe.
So you can see I have headphones on. I never hike with headphones for 2 reasons. One, I really like to be able to hear the sounds of things going on around me, nature, the birds, the wind, everything. And 2, normally I'm hiking where there's bears, and I'm constantly on the guard for bears. But after yesterday was hard, I kind of felt like I just needed like some rhythm to walk to. And I actually think it's helped a lot. We're just 500 meters from tonight's tea house, almost at 3,200 meters, I think. So we're starting to get there. And actually, I think every day I'm feeling better and better. I don't know if I'll still say that 3 days from now, but things are going good. Yes, things are going good. And our group has turned into a little brotherhood. We've already reached the point where we're sharing way too much information. Or at least I am. Namaste, bitches! Woo! Good job. 3,060 meters. Pooped in the forest twice, but we made it. If you don't poop in the forest, it's like you're not even trying. How many times did you poop in the forest today?
0. Good job, we made it. Woo! You ready for the room tour?
Yeah, show me.
This is Annapurna Cribs, baby. Season 1.
So show me all around.
Really?
Hemmed in by clouds again, I thought there'd be no photos from our guest house. But I'm glad we headed up to the roof anyway. I walked away with 2 images that I really liked. And after a second night in a row without any sleep, we were at it again in the morning. It's 5:30 in the morning, and what I'm finding awesome about the Annapurna Circuit is that sometimes the best photo location is from the roof of your tea house, so you don't really have to move far for it. We've got incredible views of Annapurna Mountain right off this way. It's a little bit hazy this morning, but hoping that somehow the sun punches through and lights up the peak. So our whole group is starting to get set up here. Not sure if you can see them because it's still dark. And yeah, fingers crossed for some light. I guess we didn't cross our fingers tight enough because the light didn't hit the peaks. But with a clever combo of a polarizer and a 4-stop grad ND, I did get a shot with some life and light before heading off again. Greg, what are you doing?
Just making sure I don't run into any cows on the trail.
See, Greg, if you want a selfie with a cow, you just gotta be an Alberta boy, used to Alberta beef. Right, buddy? You like head scratches, right? Yeah. You love those head scratches. You're my buddy. I would never eat you. Oh, he likes it so much, he's asking for more. Oh, yeah. You want more? Oh, yeah.
Wild cows and epic views. What else do you want in life? Sleep. Right, sleep would be cool. But at least I have Snickers. Public service announcement, this video is not sponsored by Snickers.
What up, BBS?
Dude, I am crushing it today. Turns out not sleeping does wonders. You just go. Motor machine today.
You can sleep and still do it, though.
Yeah, science.
Signs tell us that we're at 3,300 meters now. And things kind of seem like they're going too well. Powered by pure-grade Nepalese sugar, we're humming on the trail. But as I walk, I'm reminded of a scene from the movie Yes Man.
It was totally off the hook.
Yeah, you seem a little hyper.
I had a couple Red Bulls. You ever had a Red Bull? I never had a Red Bull before, but I had a Red Bull last night. I really like Red Bull.
Doesn't Red Bull make you crash pretty hard?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, Paul, you okay?
Yeah, that'll happen to me soon. But for now, I keep walking in this beautiful sugar-powered state through the stone houses of Upper Pisang. Oh, what's that stuff? Wild oregano, probably.
So ignore potential Oreos or Snickers all over my face, but that's my power. I've been crushing it today, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've just been in a zone, just moving. And it's been good. It kind of feels like I'm getting in the groove. It also feels like I'm about to be broken because we've gotten to the hardest point on our trek today. We're down here at, I think it's 3,400 meters, and we're going to the top at 3,750. You can see a zigzag up here, like this, and we're going up to that stupa right there, then across all the way to there. F. So it's like straight up. So there's a good chance I'll be broken at the top.
No, I won't be broken at the top. It's not gonna take that long. Hell, by the time I crossed this bridge, my life was all starting to feel a little bit hazy. And not that good oregano-induced type. But the good thing about being a photographer is whenever you're tired, you can just stop and pretend to take a picture. And with epic scenery like this, no one will ever question you.
I think we're halfway up. I'm nearly broken. Oh, I'm loving it though, to be honest. There's nothing like getting broken down a little bit to make you appreciate everything. So I'm actually broken, like legit broken. I had to stop because I'm just out of energy. But luckily this lovely lady, what was her name, Greg? Pine gave me an apple like fritter thingy. It's just full of apple, it's bread, and it's gonna power me to the top.
But this is the difference between BBS and me. I've got carrot and he's got this. What is
apple.
that?
What's
Apple.
the difference? One's a fruit, one's a vegetable. Ooh.
Yeah, you did it, Peanut. I did it.
We made it, too easy. No problems, nobody cried. Ready to do some push-ups. We made it to the top of Threlong Pass. 5,412 meters. Right?
Nah. As our guide Kirshna put it, nah, we're not even close to our max altitude of 5,216 meters. We're still over a mile down from that. And while I'm already struggling, this hilltop village where we stopped for lunch does make for a cool photo. You know, if I could build the strength to hold my camera properly.
We're off again. And to be honest, I regret saying everything was easy earlier, as I'm dying. Struggling. And not only struggling, but we stopped for tea, and there was a mother photographing spider in my tea. Not an easy day. Not an easy day at all. But a really amazing place. Really amazing place. Just wish there wasn't spiders in my tea.
One man's spider is another man's protein, you might say. But I don't need 8-legged protein. I need oxygen. Or 8 legs to get me up over this pass to Nah Wall. I'm dizzy, getting disoriented, and I'm definitely deprived.
We're a little bit more to climb, but most of the hardest part's done. But I just keep looking down at the river, way down there, and thinking we're not meant to be this high. This isn't right. Yeah. So I'm like 100% sure you won't be able to tell or see this, but that is the bridge we started at. Planes don't fly this high. That's a long freaking way down, or up in our case. I'm told 5 more kilometers until we get to Nah Wall, which is our stop for the night and the end of the pain for today.
I knew this trek was going to be as much a mental battle as a physical one. Today, I'm starting to feel a little bit stressed out for the rest of the hike. We're only 5 days in, and we have 5 more until we're over the pass. So as much as I'd love to end this video with a happy vibe, a moment of positivity, or a grandiose image of the epicness of this location, I'm going to end it with a sad note. It's only going to get harder from here. I mentioned at the end of the last video that making it into the cloud forest felt like beating a level of a video game. Well, right now, I feel like I'm standing in front of a boss that's gonna be hard as hell to beat.
We're coming into Nah Wall. I'm exhausted, but also feeling kind of like inspired a little bit, like empowered. Like we have almost 2,000 more meters of elevation to do, but I feel like I can do it. So I feel good in that regard. But I'm tired. I miss oxygen. I miss Jody a lot, and I'm ready to catch some sleep, to be honest. There is some serious low-level clouds hanging out, so I'm not sure we'll get photos, but if we get photos tonight, I'll share them. There is a bunch of fresh snow that way on some pretty impressive peaks, so if the clouds lift, I'll take some pictures and I'll share that with you. If not, this is the end of today's video. And I'll see you on the next one from here in Nepal on the Annapurna trek. I'll see you later. Peace.